He the general now. Rico got
Ladies and gentlemen, woo, we got our asses beat. Oh, we got worked. We got put in our place. We got absolutely humbled. Any adjective you want to use to describe what took place tonight, it was that. Simple as that. There are no excuses. We got our asses beat. That simple. The defensive coordinator for the Ravens absolutely had our number. I was sitting there watching with my father-in-law. He's more of a hockey guy. And he said it himself. It was very clear. It looks like the defense just knows exactly what you guys are going to do. Bingo. Bro, there were no answers. We didn't have an answer. And when we did have an answer, we'd either shoot ourselves in the foot or we'd call a horrible play. We'll get into that in just a moment. We didn't want to tackle. Like all the things that we were fearful of happening in the beginning of the season, knowing what we had on the defensive side of the ball, right? We started off the offseason thinking, I'm not sure about that safety room. I'm not sure about the linebacker room. Now Milano's hurt and all that. Right? We all had those questions, the trepidation. But we overcame. We overachieved, if you will, in those games. Schematically, we did everything we were supposed to do, everything right. But we always knew at one point, when will it catch up? Let's be real. When will it catch up? Right now, we're doing everything we can. Defensive play calls are great. Everybody's where they're supposed to be. How are we doing this with backup linebackers, right? How are we doing this with the safety room that we have? We're winning these games. Wow. Here's what it comes down to. The offense. It's what it comes down to. If the offense can do what they do, defensively, we can now pin our ears back and go and attack. In this game, we got attacked from the jump. Right from jump. Derrick Henry, house call, 87-yard touchdown. Punch right in the mouth. We didn't see it coming. Whoa. Hold up. I'm bleeding now. And we weren't able to really stop the bleeding. It kept on coming. That cut kept on opening up. They kept on jabbing us in the same spot. Jab, and the cut just couldn't close it. We did our best, right? We worked it out. We put the Vaseline on the cut, kind of, stop the bleeding a little bit. But then we shoot ourselves in the foot. It was that kind of game today. But you got to give credit to where credit is due. I'm not going to sit here and say, woe is me, the Bills didn't do this. There's a lot of things we didn't do, but there are a lot of things that these Ravens absolutely did. A lot of things that these Ravens absolutely did, and you can't hate. You got to give them the respect. They did what they were supposed to do. They knew the game plan. The game plan was to be physical with the Bills. Be physical. We got to be physical. That's our brand of football. And let's talk about it. Because teams that have become physical with us or that played physical brand of football, we tend to not do well with that. Right? We played the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoffs. At one point, it was pretty tight at one point. We had to kind of, break the glass with Josh Allen and get that lead, and then we kind of did what we needed to do. But any brand of physical football that a team plays with us, we don't do well. It's just what it is. Lamar had a decent game. He didn't kill it, 150 yards, but he was efficient with the plays that he was making. Downfield, it felt like guys were wide open. They were dropping. Mark Andrews drops a wide open play. It was not good. It was not good football today. It wasn't good football today. There is a silver lining in all of this. We got it out the way. Get it out of the way now. When we were talking about what record the Bills will have and so on and so forth, I had us losing to the Baltimore Ravens. It's just the brand of football they play. And that was before all the injuries and all that stuff, right? Just the brand of football they play, we don't match up well against it, especially with the personnel that we have. And it was apparent today. So here we are. The Bills get absolutely trounced, 35-10. I don't remember the last time the Bills got beat like this, right? The saying has always been, man, anytime the Bills play, they never lose by more than 6. It's always a tight game. Not this time. We got served. We got served on the road. A valiant effort. We tried. We tried to put things in perspective. We tried to kind of get the momentum back on our side, but we shot ourselves in the foot. Shot ourselves in the foot. We couldn't catch rhythm. There was no rhythm today. None. And then when we did try to catch rhythm, a drop football. We try to catch rhythm, poor play call. We try to catch rhythm, pocket collapses. Josh is running for his life today. Sacked 3 times. Hurried multiple times. Defensive coordinator knew to put pressure on the Bills. Run at them, blitz them, get them. And the one thing they did not allow Josh to do as comfortably as he normally would and has was roll to his right. When Josh gets in trouble, his go-to is rolling to the right, and it worked on a great broken play. Khalil Shakir leaks behind the defense. Great big play by the Bills on the legs of Josh Allen, on the innovative play style of Josh Allen. They want to, and listen, they interviewed Coach Harbaugh at halftime. What's the trick to, kind of, keeping the momentum up and how to keep this up on the Bills? Make Josh throw from the pocket. Make him throw from the pocket. Here's the big deal, though. These guys can't expect Josh to have these type of games all the time. If NFL teams think that you're going to have this display of football from Josh Allen all the time, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. He will make his adjustments. Somebody's telling me right now, Rico, you're way too positive. We are trash and you know it. See, this is the type of Bills fan that I'm not going to go back and forth with. We're in September. Remember, we were la-di-dying, right? When we were 3-0. We're, hottest team in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? But it was early. It was early. How often were me and Z-Bot telling you, it's early, we're excited, but it's early. And by the way, my boy Z-Bot right now is sick to his stuff. He was going to join me. He doesn't have any of his equipment, by the way. No equipment. And he's sick right now. He says, yo, tell them. I'll tell you verbatim what he said. Verbatim. He says, yo, there's no way I'm going to be able to go make it tonight. Please tell everyone how sick and embarrassed I am about that horse shit type of football we played today. Terrible. There's a lot of things he's doing, man. The man just got married. He's got a lot of things on his brain. He's got to sort things out. He's going on a honeymoon tomorrow. Bro, he ain't thinking about this game. And I wouldn't either. It would have been the cherry on top. But the Bills had to go ahead and pull this off and pull this stunt. Now, here's the deal. For those that want to be angry, let's put this into perspective here. All right. You and I both saw the still shot on the sideline. Terrell Bernard, Taron Johnson, Matt Milano, two all-pro players, and a player on the rise, on the sideline, together, yip-yapping with one another. Put those things into perspective, right? Understand the magnitude of those pieces that are missing, and we've been able to do what we've done with those guys on the sideline. So I'm not going to sit here and rah-rah be upset. What for? What for? We know what we're working with. They hit us in the mouth. It's going to happen. It's football. If you thought we were going to go 20-0, go sit on a cactus somewhere. It's not going to happen, man. We knew we were going to take some L's. And these are the teams that, unfortunately, we're going to have to face in this gauntlet of a schedule. We knew, looking at the schedule, that this was going to be tough. Guess what? Next up, the Houston Texans. You think that's going to be a cakewalk? Heck no. Heck no. But we needed to get beat down like this. Sometimes a beat down like this wakes everybody up and says, all right, that whole 3-0, we're feeling ourselves. Chill out now. Let's get back to football, right? Every week they were saying 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Okay, we're 0-1 now. Back to the drawing board. We know where we can be better. We know where we faltered today in the trenches. We absolutely got beat up in the trenches today. We got pushed around. The defensive front just manhandled us. James Cook couldn't crack anything. Sideline, they pushed him to the sideline. Up the middle, 3, 4, 5 gain. I think the longest gain was a 6-yard, 7-yard gain. That was it. That's our home run threat. It was rough. It was rough today. So before I get started, let me give a big shout out to the Ravens. I was so hilarious today on my Twitter feed. Somebody was like, I said, hey man, the Ravens, listen, they smacking this in the mouth right now. They're really putting it on us right now. I got a Twitter comment. This guy's a low-key Ravens fan. Since when you're an objective fan like I am, I try to be. I'm a fan of my team when they're balling, I'm excited. Of course I can be excited. But when spade is spade and we get our ass beat, we got our behinds whooped, you gotta call it what it is. You gotta call it what it is. And that's exactly what it was. It was a good old-fashioned ass whooping on the road. On the road. And that's what we got. Lamar Jackson today, 13 for 18, 156 yards, 8.7 yards a pop, 2 crucial touchdown passes, right? Sacked once with a 135.4 rating, 135.5, 135.4. Derrick Henry was the story of the game today. Dallas Cowboys, all you had to do was pay him $8 million, and you would have had him in Dallas. He lives there, for crying out loud. Nah, we ain't had the money. But you're paying CeeDee Lamb all that money. You're paying overrated Dak Prescott all that money. Go figure. Here come the Ravens, get him for $8 million. Golly. Derrick Henry today, 24 carries for $199. The Bills today surrendered 271 yards rushing to the Ravens. You don't win football games allowing teams to run on you like that all day long. You just can't. 8.3 yards a pop. He had 2 huge runs, one of 38 yards, the other of 87. Big gashing plays. Those type of plays debilitate your team. It really takes the wind out of your sail. And that first one set the tone for the rest of the game. That first carry set the tone. Bad angles everywhere. Misread. Just not a great play defensively. And we paid for it greatly. And that set the tone for the rest of the game. Set the tone. And it was bad from start. Because we have the ball. We start with the football in our hand. We get to 4th down. We do what we normally do, convert on 4th down. And then we get into another position, same scenario, 4th and 1. We punt. We don't go for it. When you know you got Josh Allen, you mean you know who you're playing? Nah, bro. There were some moments that I did not agree with in this game. But the story of today's game was the defense being soft and the Ravens realizing how soft we were and not stopping. They ran the ball left, right, center, misdirection, trap play, delay, draw, you name it. The theme of this game was to be physical with the Bills, and that they did. The Bills had no chance. I don't think I heard DaQuan Jones' name once today. Ed Oliver's name, silence, silencio. The interior line got pushed around and beat up. Period. Osiris Torrance was just moved out. Listen, Osiris Torrance is struggling, bro. David Edwards had some moments where he was struggling today. The old line got pushed around. Josh was under duress. There was not a moment where Josh could literally sit in the pocket and be comfortable and whip that thing around. But that's the beauty of football. There'll be games where you just got it. The game plan for the week was bang on. And it works to a T. And that's how guys like Joe Brady and Bobby Babbage get their credit. But there comes a time where you play a team that has some experience. You play a team that kind of knows a thing or two about their opposition. You know what we're going to do? I know what's up. They don't got Milano. They don't got Terrell Bernard. They don't got Taron Johnson. So guess what? We're going to run the football, folks. And when we do, we ain't going to stop. Unbelievable. And it was quite apparent on what it looked like today. But that's football. You win some, you lose some, baby. You win some, lose some. Am I sick inside? Absolutely. Do I want to see my team lose like that to an AFC team on top of that? No. Heck no, I don't want to see that. These AFC games mean something, whether they come early or not. These AFC games mean something. And losing that one was big. That's a big one. Those are the ones you don't want to lose. But this is the business that we're in. This is absolutely the business that we're in. And you know what else? What kind of business that we're in? We have partnered up with Underdog. And Underdog allows us and you to jump in and download the app. I don't know what y'all are waiting for, but get all over it. Folks, we are partnered up with Underdog, and we have an opportunity for you. Go ahead and download the app. Over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog, with over 1,000 times your money by just choosing higher or lower on your favorite player's touchdown. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, go ahead and download this thing. I was able to jump on there. Something about this game told me, stay away. Stay away from this game. So I went ahead and jumped on some other games, and boy, did we make some momentarily moments where we can get some cash in, and we made some plays happen. So here's the deal, folks. Making the picks Underdog straightforward, and signing in is very easy. Just head over to the Underdog simple-to-use mobile app and UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up. Use the code BMAFIA, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash entry, plus up to a bonus with your deposit. Listen, folks, don't forget, you got to be 18 over, 21 and over in Massachusetts and Arizona, and 19 over in Alabama and New England, and present in-state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Valid in Colorado. And if you're concerned with your play, listen, guys, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ntpgaminggambling.org in Arizona. Ladies and gentlemen, back to football talk. So here's the deal. I'm looking at how can the Bills get over this hump? How do you get over this loss to the Ravens? How do you save face? Because right now we had all week. Think about it. We had all week where they were all over the Bills, right? Josh Allen is a clear-cut MVP. Boy, I hate when I hear that. I hate it. It sounds great. As a Bills fan, you're like, yeah, they love my team. They love it on my squad. But all they did was gas us up, make us seem like we're better than we are, and it just pisses the rest of the league off. Yo, why are they gassing this team up? We're in September. Relax. But that's what the media's got to do. They got to do. They got to talk about it. That's the hot thing to talk about. So that they did. So here we are, Bills 3-0 against the 1-2 Ravens, and we get our asses beat. Oh, it's going to be fun tomorrow. Now is everybody's going to be pump the brakes on the team. Where was the help for Allen? This is what they get when they get rid of your top flight receivers, right? Nobody stepped up. If Khalil Shakir's gone, they got nobody, right? That's exactly what it's going to be. There's going to be a whole lot of chatter. They didn't really play anybody. If you really think about it, they played the 0-4 Jacksonville Jaguars that are winless. The Arizona Cardinals just got worked by the Commanders, right? Oh, a whole lot of that stuff is going to happen. The Miami Dolphins, we're going to find out what's up with Miami Dolphins tomorrow. But they're going to be behind the Miami Dolphins. They're really not really doing anything because, Tua going down. So they're going to try to kind of take away what we've done these first 3 weeks. We all know how hard it is to win in the NFL. It's difficult to win in the NFL. We all know that. They're going to try to, they're not going to validate those wins. They're going to try to take away from it. It's hard to do that when you had us sitting, talk about Josh Allen is this and Josh Allen is great and Josh Allen is that. Now you got to walk that back, and that's fine. Let us stay under the radar. I'm okay with that. Let us be under the radar, man. Y'all were gassing us up. We put a couple wins together. I get it. But fam, we know as Bills fans know what it is. We knew coming into this is going to be a challenge. Let's be real. We knew it. We let Mitch Morse walk. All right, the O-line might be a little shaky, but Connor McGovern, he was meant for that. They had the plan. Cool. Let's Cybo's going into his, second year. All right, let's see how this rolls out. Spencer Brown has been playing amazing in 3 games, 35 pressure. He hasn't allowed 1 pressure, right? Over 35 snaps, he's been amazing. Facts. Deion Dawkins, leader on the squad. Facts. James Cook, special. 3 touchdowns in that first. We were going to get that. We knew that. But we also knew, we got a rookie in Keon Coleman. We have a guy in Khalil Shakir that should be able to take over the big shoes of Stephon Diggs being gone. Kincaid's going to have the big year that we need to have. So there's still some things to work out along this season. But if some fans are going to panic, and I'm using panic very loosely here, if you're going to freak out because we lost this game, take a look at the big picture of this whole thing, man. Learn now where we went wrong so we can fix it instead of us in January where we're starting to collapse like the Eagles did or collapse like the Vikings did years ago. I'd rather be on that shit right this second. Fix the problems and let's roll. Was it an embarrassing loss? Hell yeah. Right? We went from putting up 30-plus points, keeping teams down to under 10. Fam, we loved it. It's not sustainable. You're going to lose in these games. Look at the Cincinnati Bengals, right? They're clawing back. They needed this win today. The Jacksonville Jaguars are cooked. They're done. You're 0-4 in the South. A miracle would have to happen for the Jacksonville Jaguars to try to turn their season around. Nobody thought the Commanders would be where they're at right now. Nobody thought the Eagles would be where they're at right now. That's the beauty of the game. That's the beauty of the game. You win some, you lose some, you have some moments. And sometimes the moments are too big for some folks. It's just what it is. Now, when I'm looking at what we did offensively, first things first, 16 for 29 for Josh Allen. Not a statistical type of night that we'd want from him. 180 yards, 6 yards a pop, no interceptions. But you saw that fumble. We all saw that fumble together. Took 3 sacks today and had a rating, of 73.9. So we already know how the quarterback play went down. Now, when you look and you pay attention to what was happening with the run game, we had a total of 81 yards rushing today. Why? Because we're playing catch up all day. We didn't have a chance to lay down the ground rules. We didn't have a chance to lay down, to establish ourselves as a balanced team. We were not balanced today. 23 rushes today, 31 passing attempts. We had no choice but to try to play catch up. We didn't establish ourselves. It was simple. We got the game brought to us instead of us bringing the game to them. They brought us the beef right on our front doorstep, and we didn't do anything about it. We tried. We tried it all on might. We're swinging. The Ravens just put the hand to the forehead, and we're swinging. We just couldn't, right? We get a couple body shots in there, and then they put pressure on us. We couldn't do it. James Cook today, 9 carries for 39 yards, 4 yards a pop. His longest rush was 8 yards. We just couldn't get any started with James Cook. I like James Cook. I'm already on board saying I'm a fan of him, and I'm going to rock with him. But I still have this concern with you see it. You see the difference. I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you where he's limited, right? He's a $190, $195. And I get he's got his skill set for certain things in this game. But running between the tackles, there's some moments where he has moments, but you blow on that, brother, he's down. That's why in the red zone, they didn't put in the rookie. They didn't put in sweet baby Ray Davis. They put in Ty Johnson. They needed a little bit of that spark they needed. So that run game didn't quite do it for us, right? 9 carries for 39 yards. Josh Allen, 5 for 21. There were moments that Josh could have taken off. And a lot of people were saying, oh, why didn't he take off? That was perfect time for him to take off. Take off for 7 yards and re-injure his hand, and now lose him for weeks on end. There goes your season. Live for another day. Go ask Anthony Richardson about that. Go ask that brother about that. He's hurt yet again. This brother doesn't learn to slide or just, learn that your team needs you. It's that simple, folks. It's really that simple. 23 carries for 81 yards rushing today. Not going to cut it. Let's go to the receiving room. Khalil Shakir, 5 targets, 4 catches, 62 yards. He had a 52-yard bomb caught, obviously, with that broken play where Josh is sitting there rolling right, looking. Khalil Shakir leaks behind the defense. Away you go. There are moments that Josh is going to have to do that for us, but we can't rely on that all the time. There's got to be plays where we drop back and sling that thing. And today there was a lot of screen plays. Screen right, screen left, receiver screen right, receiver screen left, dump off here. Is it a separation issue? And where the hell is MVS? Like, what do we bring this brother here for? Did we bring him to stretch the defense a little bit? Kind of scare the defense off? Troubling. Khalil Shakir, leading receiver, 4 receptions, 62 yards. Keon Coleman, 351. And we'll get into Keon Coleman. Dalton Kincaid, obviously 5 for 47. And then the rest of it was James Cook, Curtis Samuel, Mac Hollins. Just not a great output of offense for this team. Lastly, our defense. We just couldn't tackle today. We just could not tackle today. Today was not about tackling. We're missing tackles left, right, center. And this is what happens when this is what teams are going to. This is the one takeaway. If we are going to be dead set in playing nickel defense, be prepared for teams to add another lineman in there. Be prepared for teams to say, we are going to run the football and make you switch out of nickel and bring in a third linebacker. And then we're going to play ball. But right now, we're stuck in our ways, and it's worked thus far. It's worked thus far, but if you're going to be playing nickel, which we don't have Taron Johnson in, we got Cam Lewis, and Cam Lewis has been playing quite well in the replacement of Taron Johnson. It's just not quite the same. You saw multiple missed tackles and missed angles by Cam Lewis. Jamarcus Ingram, no different. Damar Hamlin, don't get me started on Damar Hamlin. Not a good output of defense today. And if teams are watching, bro, we're going to run the football. So next week, we play a team that will run the football, and we play a team that will air it out in the Houston Texans. Bobby Slowick, offensive corner out there. Oh, he's watching. He saw everything he needed to see today. The whole world was watching. So we won't find out how this all going to play out. And now we're down Taylor Rapp, a physical player. Kudos to him, man. How he went after Derrick Henry with no fear. You got to give it to him. But Derrick Henry's not a guy that you can just easily take down. I don't know how and what way you take this. I don't know if Damar Hamlin saw that. It was like, ooh, I don't want that to be me. And we'll play a clip in just a moment. But overall, when I'm looking at the display of football that we had today, am I annoyed? Am I frustrated? Of course I'm frustrated. Am I calling for people's head? No. It's one game. It's one game in September. One game in September. We got October, we got November, we got January football to worry about. Getting out of September with a 3-1 record, especially with folks having us win, I have these guys win 7 games. I have these guys winning between 7 and 9 games. Bam. We got out of that 3-1. Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's go into the next block and get another 3. But some folks asking, getting upset and just losing their minds and wanting to overreact. Bruh, not the time to overreact for this. This was a moment for us to sit back and learn. Coaching, young Babbage had to learn, to deal with guys like Derrick Henry. Joe Brady's got to learn to deal with, a team that's as physical and fast as the Ravens. The Ravens got the worst secondary in the league. Man, every matchup is absolutely different. You can have the worst secondary, but if I blitz you and you have no time, my secondary can just chill. Mitch Trubisky almost threw a pick right to the DB's hands. It just hit him in his hand. He's like, how did I miss that? Happens. But Bills fans, don't panic. Don't lose your minds because we lost the game. You want to panic? Be the Jacksonville Jaguars. You can panic then. You want to panic? If the Ravens lost today, they would have been in full panic mode. It is what it is. It is what it is. So here's my takeaway in all this, right? Because there are certain things that I need to get off my chest real quick. And I'm going to start with, let's start with Joe Brady. Let's start with Joe Brady. I need to start with Joe Brady in this one because momentum is a hell of a thing in this game. Momentum is a hell of a thing. And we had momentum today. We had momentum. We come out of the half and we're trying to establish ourselves, right? Are we not? We come out of the half trying to establish ourselves. We know we're not playing well. We know we need to make something happen. We need to spark. We need some kind of spark, right? We're down 21-3 for crying out loud. We need to try something, and they get the ball back. The Ravens are getting the ball back. They put up a score. It's a wrap. The defense needs to make a stop. They do. The Ravens punt. Here come the Bills. You guys know the sequence. Big play, broken play, goes to our guy, Khalil Shakir. A few plays later, we're in the end zone. Bang, let's roll. 21-10. Bills are rolling. Here we go. We got the ball back. We make the Ravens punt. The Bills are yet again, we're rolling. Right? Let me give you the sequence of play call. Third and shotgun. Hold on, let me see. Incomplete deep right. Josh Allen, right? 2nd and 10. Coleman, 24-yard gain. Boom, on the sideline. We're rolling. We're on the 43. 4-yard gain by James Cook. We're rolling. Here we go again. James Cook, 6 yards. Let's go. 1st and 10 on the Baltimore 47. We're now on their side of the field. James Cook, 3-yard run. Okay. 2nd and 7. Very manageable. And this is what you decide to call, Mr. Joe Brady. We're rolling. We're making things happen. And you decide to get cute. I don't know what you want to call that. Whether you decide to get cute, whether you decide to, you felt like, this is the moment to run a trick play. Josh Allen is the trick. You don't need to have trickery with Josh Allen. We don't have a bum quarterback. And this is the play you decide to call where we're rolling at 2nd and 7. Give me a break. Hated that. First of all, I'm assuming when this happens, and I got to watch the lineman. Nah, you're supposed to, this pitch here, either he didn't, this play is frustrating me so much because I'm a Baltimore defense. I'm watching this. Well, you think I'm going to forget that Josh Allen's at the top of the screen? Okay, there could be a wildcat. All right, let's get ready for it. But potentially, it could be a trick play. You never want to really have the ball out of Josh Allen's hands. Am I wrong? Talk to me if I'm wrong. So here we are. Play starts off. I hate it right from the jump. Hate it. And then he goes this way. So I assume Josh should be getting depth. I don't know what's going on, but Curtis Samuel sees this player coming in. Now, somebody didn't get that player. We got to do a better job. I think it's that Deion Dawkins. I'm not sure if it's Deion Dawkins. But we didn't get there in time. So now we're in a pickle. Save the play, Curtis Samuel. All right? Don't give that up because now you've put ourselves in a predicament. So for me, this is my opinion here. And I've played this position before. If it's doo-doo this buns, the play is crap, don't toss that back there. Yo, keep that shit. Keep it. You know what? And we'll go what? 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. We'll lose a couple yards, whatever. But nope. He says, I'm gonna give it to you. What a terrible. Now look at you. Look at the toss. Now you put us in a predicament. And here we go. Now, Josh Allen sees somebody. I mean, once the All-22 comes out, we'll see if Kyle Van Noy isn't there. Is this a big play? We could talk about it all day, every day. But in this case, we lose the football. And the ball's knocked out. Joe Brady got cute. And here we are, giving the ball back to Baltimore. We're down 11. Let's just say we muster up a couple more plays and we get to where we need to. We kick a field goal. We're down 8. And now it doesn't make Baltimore a one-dimensional team. Now it doesn't make us a one-dimensional team. And now Baltimore has to really crucially pick their plays properly because momentum is on our side. You saw the way it was rolling. But here we are. Bills fumble. Baltimore picks the ball up. And the rest is history. They score. They go up 28-10. Now it's a wrap. If you're a football fan, you know what it is. Now, do you count Josh Allen out? You never count Josh Allen out. But you got to look at the totality of the game. The totality of the game is telling you Ravens are up 28-10. Oh, by the way, it's starting to rain now. When I was talking to my father-in-law, and they're like, here comes the rain. I was like, oh, it's a wrap now. Oh, they're just going to run the ball on us. And that's what they did. And here's the crazy part, right? So Ravens score. Ravens score as they should. You got to capitalize on turnovers because that's exactly what we did with our guys. Capitalize against capitalize against the Arizona Cardinals, capitalize against the Miami Dolphins, capitalize against, obviously, the Jacksonville Jaguars, right? That's what you got to do. You got to take full advantage of it. And the Ravens did that. We get the ball back. As we get the ball back, we're trying to gain some kind of momentum. We're doing our very best, right? We try to make plays. 25 yards to Dalton Kincaid down the middle. Boom, boom, boom. Makes a big play. All right, let's roll. Then we get a Keon Coleman to the sideline. 21 yards. Boom, let's roll. Okay, we're still in this a little bit. We can make this work. Shoot. We need a field goal. All right, get Tyler Bass out here. He did make a 50-yard field goal earlier, right? All right, we should be able to nail this. No problem. Shanks it. Absolute shank. And before he even gets out there. By the way, shout out to Keontae Key. Says, yo, this is therapy. I hope it's therapy because it's therapy for me. I need to talk about it. Before he gets out there, I look over to my father-in-law. I say, hey, fam. I'm like, remember that kicker I was telling you about earlier? How he's just inconsistent and he hasn't been the kicker that we've needed him to be. And he made that 50-yarder down the middle. I was like, not bad. Remember that kicker? He goes, yeah. I was like, this is where we need him best right now. He can kind of keep this game manageable and close to kind of give us a little bit of something. So we can kind of muster maybe a comeback, a special comeback, because these Ravens are known to let off and let teams get back into games. And nothing is ever out when you have Josh Allen as your quarterback. Here comes Tyler Bass. Shanks it wide left. And I just look at my father-in-law. That's what I'm talking about. See? We needed him. He didn't come through. And it's almost expected. That's the worst part, right? If Tucker misses, you're like, oh, shit, Tucker missed? Damn, all right, that's weird. We don't really see that happen, right? Vinatieri. If Vinatieri misses, you're like, oh, shit, Vinatieri missed? That's crazy. It used to be Tyler Bass miss. Oh, now it's like, I'm expecting this to miss, but let's see if he gets it. Oh, he got it. Woo. Nice, Tyler Bass. Oh, here comes Tyler Bass again. Oh, wide left. And that was it. Once we missed that field goal, I knew it was a wrap. It was done. And some folks might say it was a wrap prior to that. That was it because you still have a chance. You still have a chance. But that, bro, whatever the heck Tyler Bass is going through, get it together. Get it together, because I don't want to have an offensive coordinator and a coach having to decide whether we can trust our kicker or shit, it's 4th and 7. I guess we're going to go for it. I don't think it's going to get to that point, but man, it's starting to be very disheartening watching this kicker come out here and just not be great. So I bring this all up, folks. I bring this all up to kind of give you an idea of what's going on in my mind, and I'm sure a lot of us fans feel this way that watch our team, and we are realistic. Were we going to win every single game this year? No. Did some of y'all have us losing to these Ravens? I did. When we first did our whole who's going to win what and so on and so forth, I just said, Ravens, it's a matchup thing. Although we've played them well in the regular season, and we played them in the playoffs, you already know what time it is. They play us well every time. They play us tough. The better team won today. The better team won today, and it's clear. It's clear. So I look at this and say, okay, so where did we go wrong? Where else did we go wrong? Right? Obviously, the play with Joe Brady going and creating a trick play out of nowhere when we have full momentum, he's going to be kicking himself in the pants when he watches over and he's walking and he when the play happened, he probably said, shit, I shouldn't have called that. Sometimes when you play Madden and time is ticking and you're like, shit, I need to make a play. I'll click this one. And then now you pick the play that you don't really like, but you're like, screw it. Let's see if we can work something out. And then you're like, okay, time is ticking. You're like, okay, I'm trying to make some audibles here. Let me click. It's like it's like he picked a play and was like, I'll just roll with it because I already picked it. I can't go back. But then this is where Josh Allen, how much influence does Josh Allen have in this offense, and how much influence does he have with Joe Brady? He hears the play, trick play, flea flicker, Curtis Samuel on one, ready, break. Huh. All right, let me line up. Yo, ain't no problem doing this. I don't like the look. You're still the quarterback of the team. I don't like the look. Now, do you go against your offensive coordinator? How can you? He's been calling really good plays these last 3 games. So how do you say, I don't like this? You're still the leader in this freaking huddle. If it's not looking good, time out. I don't like the look. We've seen you do it before. Oh, man. That's the frustrating part a little bit. If it don't look good, man, time out. Yo, I see the look in Curtis Samuel's eyes. I don't like it. Time out. He don't look like he's ready for this. I don't know. But something's got to give. Like those type of moments, this is where I want my quarterback to be like, yeah, I don't like this. But who are you to call off what offensive coordinator is calling? Because he's been dialing some great plays these last 3 games. You got to roll with it. You got to roll with it. And unfortunately, we were on the losing end of that. Heavily. Badly. Damar Hamlin. Let me get into Damar Hamlin a little bit. This is a physical game. We all know how physical football can be. We all know that, it's not for the weak. It certainly is not for the weak. But there was a play today that absolutely, I'm going to exaggerate here, shook me to my core. I'm absolutely exaggerating here, but shook me to my core. This play right here by Damar. It's the angle is not great. I'm not fully blaming him on this. I saw him. In this play, and I was like, Damar, we got to be better than that. Now, it's easy for me to say it from my couch. It's easy for me to say it from my TV, but sometimes you see things and you're like, man, that could have been done way better. And I'm sure he wants to have it back. But there's a play today that happened on Derrick Henry's 38-yard run. It was a Derrick Henry 38-yard run. And I'm gonna share my screen real quick just so I can kind of give you an idea and kind of give you a breakthrough, right? So here we go. Collinsworth is talking about the play.
And then Ricard, we just
There's my guy Hamlin here. Okay? Play side.
Talked about him. All
Here
three
comes
of
Derrick
them
Henry, the
get
freaking
key
freight train that he
blocks.
is.
Watch.
So DeMar Hamlin's trying to read. He kind of takes a step inside. Everybody's diagnosed to play already. My man's still watching. We got to make sure. You know what I mean? We know the pitch is there. He's got it. Here comes Derrick. No reaction just yet from my guy, D-Ham. And I'm probably picking on him, but I don't care.
Buffalo Fanatics, what's going on? This is Pierre the Kingpin, and I wanted to talk to you today about Cigars International, which is the ultimate destination for premium homemade cigars. Known as the industry leader, Cigars International offers the largest selection, unbeatable prices, and a customer service experience that's second to none. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned vet, Cigars International makes enjoying cigars easy, approachable, and fun. Cigars International is the go-to retailer for all things cigars, with the biggest selection of premium homemade cigars available anywhere. Cigars International offers unbeatable deals and discounts, making it easy to stock up on your favorite or try something new without breaking the bank. With fast free shipping and their 100% satisfaction guarantee, you can shop with confidence knowing that Cigars International stands behind every order. They have good relationship with vendors that helps provide great low prices. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned pro, Cigars International makes it easy to find the right cigar with helpful guides, staff reviews, and expert advice. It's not just about cigars. Cigars International also offers a wide range of accessories and more to elevate your smoking experience. Check out the great deals every day at cigarsinternational.com. That's cigars, CIGARS, international.com. Use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com/fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply. Again, use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com/fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply.
Because that's what I saw.
1,
Now he's in.
2.
Here we go. This is where Derrick Henry is about to make a cut inside. Great play by Derrick Henry. I can't even hate on him. Great play. Steal block, kick out, push his brother out. It's you, my man. That's you, bro. Here we go. What do you got to do? Are you going to meet him in the hole? Or what you going to do?
Here comes the last one. 3.
Shutter step, get
And
blocked
Henry
up,
is
and then
gone.
gets pushed by his own guy. I lost it. I absolutely lost it. Absolutely lost it. You know what? Go for it and commit. At least miss the tackle. Commit.
Here comes
Right here, like all the stutter stepping.
2.
Bro,
Here comes
commit. I could be wrong. Some film guys might say, nah, he's at a wrong angle. You damn right he's at a bad angle. So now he's shutter stepping. Now, Ricard, the 350-pound fullback, is now just pushing. I don't know who that is. Andreessen?
3.
Pushing Spectre away. Now here comes. What predicament have you put yourself into? You're our last line of defense, and this is the angle you take. Force him back inside at least. That's what you don't want to ever give him sideline. At least force him back inside, and you have all your help coming this way. Nah, DeMar Hamlin goes inside. Here we go. 38-yard run. Bang, gone. Oh, I'm sick. Look at this.
They look like they could be something.
I'm sick. Now, I may sound like I'm picking on him. Derrick Henry is no small man. Ask Taylor Rapp that. You know what I mean? We know. It's football, baby. It's a physical game. We get it. And if you're too shook to play, if you don't want to get physical, bro, you know what time it is. And I may sound harsh. Maybe it's the fan in me. You know what I'm saying? But fan, I have to stick your head in there and get bucked. Or if you want to kind of make a business decision, fine. Take the outside. Make him come back inside where you get all the help. But you give him sideline. Don't give him sideline. Those are the things that annoy me. Those little things, right? But everyone learns from their mistakes. They learn. And I get it. Ain't nobody want to tackle Derrick Henry. But this is the game you want to play. You get paid for this. You get paid for that. That's why they pay you big bucks. So, McDermott, you're going to have to, you know what I mean, reevaluate. I don't know what's going on because Taylor Rapp, our most physical guy on the back end is hurt. He's probably not going to play next week or the next couple weeks. So, Taron Johnson out, Taylor Rapp out. You know what I'm saying? Terrell Bernard maybe comes back next week. You don't know. We're not sure yet. Fam. Tough. Today we just got beat up. We got pushed around. We got beat up. We got bullied. We got bullied in Baltimore. That's exactly what it is. Call a spade a spade. We got bullied in Baltimore. Yo, after Ravens, man, it's the Baltimore bullies. They bullied us. They pushed us around. Now, is it all bad? Not necessarily. It's not necessarily all bad. Somebody said bring in Hyde. I don't know if Hyde is equipped. Is equipped to, you know what I mean, to come back, but you never know. If we bring in Hyde, that means we're desperate. Just know that. We are absolutely desperate if we bring in Hyde. So here's how it looked like today, folks. 6 passing first downs, 5 rushing first downs. It's not going to cut it, right? Here we go again. Third down efficiency. We've been sucking ass on third down. 3 for 13. On the year, we're not doing well on third downs. We were absolutely horseshit on third downs. We went 3 for 13 on third down efficiency. Dude. Nah, that's not going to cut it, man. It's not going to cut it. You're giving the ball back to these. We punted 6 times tonight. And then we gave the ball up. We fumbled. Like, it's not going to cut it. We allowed 427 total yards today. Over 270 yards rushing. 3 for 13 on third downs? Bro, not going to cut it. Did we cut down our penalties? We did. We were penalized 4 times for 38 yards as opposed to 8 for 79 for the Baltimore Ravens. Time of possession, 28 minutes. We lost the time of possession game. But the biggest thing is we're turning the football over. We're not capitalizing in our red zone. And we're absolutely not capitalizing on third downs. And today they had our number. The first 2 weeks were horrible on third downs. We cleaned things up against Jacksonville. I think we went 6 for 12 or something like that. A little better. And we were one of the top teams on third down efficiency last year. This year, we're absolutely dog crap. We got our asses kicked and handed to us, Rico, plain and simple. You damn right. It absolutely is that, man. At Low 96 says, yo, I'm sorry, man. This is the same song and dance. Just win, just with different people. They're going to have a winning record, then losing the playoffs. Rinse and repeat. Sports. And if you already know this, what's your name? Low 196. If you already know the outcome, just turn your TV off, bro. Turn your TV off. Don't watch the Bills and just go watch golf. Just do that. If you already know, rinse and repeat, different people, you already know the outcome. Come on now. We can't think like that. You could have said the same thing about the 07 Giants. Man, rinse and repeat. Ain't going to do anything. Same old Giants. Oh, guess what? They won the whole thing. Come on now. Can't play that game. Can't do it. But what has to happen is we've got to make plays. We just didn't make enough plays. That's the problem. We did not make enough plays. Those drops, Keon Coleman had a absolute dime. Absolute dime to Keon Coleman on the sideline. You couldn't have placed that football any better. Kind of reminded me of Stephon Diggs, really, in the playoff game. But this ain't the playoffs. And this guy's a rookie. Absolute dime drop. So there were some moments where Josh put on the money for y'all. And we didn't help out Josh out. We did not help. The old line didn't help. Our routes weren't crisp enough. This is just a good old-fashioned beat down and we lost. And we didn't help ourselves either. We absolutely didn't help ourselves. My man said, yo, Rico tripping. 07 Giants already had 2 Super Bowls win as a franchise. What are you talking about? I'm talking about they were 8-8 that season. Do you remember that? They were 8-8. They backed into the playoffs. That's what I'm talking about. So they probably counted them out. They counted the Giants. Oh, they're not going to do anything. And they win the whole thing. And they go up against, I'm not even going to try to explain myself. You already know what time it is. What I'm trying to say is you can't count on a team because they probably counted out the Giants at 8-8. And these boys backed into the playoffs and won the whole thing. Well, I was about to cuss. Why am I explaining myself? You guys already know what time it is. Anyway, let me wrap this all up because I'm going to be back at it again potentially tomorrow and then on Tuesday because my boy is gone on his honeymoon. So, your boy's got to hold it down. So I don't want to give too much away today. But all in all, when looking at what we were able to do today, there were some good things. We know that, listen, that connection between Keon Coleman and Josh Allen will develop. That's the one thing I did take away from that. You got 2 great sideline plays. Those 2 are only going to build their chemistry going forward. He's got to trust Keon Coleman more, and he started to trust him down the line. Keon Coleman, the issue was, he can't get separation. Yo, he can get enough separation to do the job. I saw it. Great separation on that drop football. He catches that. Yo, we're in the money. Let's keep rolling. So I saw some good things with those 2. It's going to get better. Khalil Shakir and Josh just already have that connection. I need a little bit more from my guy Kincaid, but it's going to get there. It's going to get there. Today, we just played a team that was better prepared. We got our coach today. Simple as it's that simple. Harbaugh and his coordinators outcoached us. They outcoached us. They knew what we were going to do before we were ready to do it. They were all over it. And the biggest thing for them was keep Josh Allen in the pocket. And there were moments Josh Allen looked uncomfortable. Multiple times. Josh is in his element. When he doesn't see what he likes, he can roll right. They took that away multiple times where Josh had to make the check down or kind of scan. There were moments where he was comfortable, where he was scanning through. Collinsworth even said it. Look at Josh. Josh went from right to left. All right, he made that decision quicker than he wanted to. But you're not going to have time all the time. You're not going to have time all day. Some defenses just get sick and tired of watching these superstar quarterbacks this all the time, especially with all these rules against these defenses. Now, man, we're going to blitz your ass. My man Walter says, yo, Rico, you're too dismissive on Kincaid. This man was why we felt fine trading Diggs, and he's no better than last year so far. He was number 3 target last year, and he's number 3 target right now. Give us some time. I mean, and I don't want to make excuses for him because he's supposed to be a big part of this offense, right? Supposed to be. And as a defense coordinator, I'm looking at this offense and be like, all right, I saw the connection y'all had last year. I'm going to take him away, and I want to see how well you do with going to Kincaid, a new receiver, going to Mac Hollins, a new receiver. You're going to have to deal with your new receivers that you don't have any connection with. Now, that's where Joe Brady comes in. Joe Brady now has to scheme this brother open. Today was a little better, but we just didn't have great output because the O-line wasn't holding up as great as we wanted it to. But it's not taking away from or not putting the blame on Kincaid because this is obviously, you know this. It's a team blame game. You win as a team, you lose as a team. As simple as that. But it'll get better. It has to. That's for sure. Let me get to some super chats here, folks, because I don't want to disrespect anybody. Last week, we felt like there was a member that was like, hey, you didn't read my super chat. Apologize. Let me get to it so we can get to it. Dan Bills, what's up, man? 43 months as a member. Salute to you, my G. Appreciate that. Much love. We felt the lack of number 1 receiver today. Do you think we felt the lack of number 1 receiver today? Would you say that's fair? Because right now, Khalil, unless you're saying Khalil's not our guy, he's not the number 1 target guy, or he's not the guy that we can count on. But this was what we've been praising these Bills and how they've been able to have success this year because they don't have a number 1 receiver, and Josh can freely play. we were literally praising this very thing. Now, is it nice to have a number one receiver where when push comes to shove, when you need to depend on somebody's got to step up? Of course it is. But those things materialize. Those things get built, right? He had no choice today where he's like, I need to play. He went to Keon Coleman on the sideline. So that, to me, is where they build something. Some chemistry is going to be built. They drafted him high in the second round. So there's going to be some chemistry being built that will turn into something where, okay, you know what? He might, turn into my number one guy. But as of right now, Khalil Shakir is the number one. Kincaid should be 1A. They're still working the kinks out. So eventually it'll get there. It's working some kinks out, but that's why you have a quarterback like Josh Allen, elite quarterback, where you can go and have a Justin Fields where you need to have a number one receiver, or you can have an elite quarterback like Josh where I go to whoever the hell is open. And I'm that good to make it happen. This is where these guys got to step up. So do we need a number one receiver? I think that number one receiver or that number one option will eventually present himself. Just hasn't happened yet. They're still kind of working things together. Say Breeze, what's up, Say Breeze? Say Breeze comes in with a super chat. We appreciate that, my G. Says, yo, lost my 37-70 parlay because, damn, that's a good one. Because Bass can't do his job. Last leg was over 46.5. I needed that field goal. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. You needed that field goal, and he let you down. Freaking Tyler Bass, man. I mean, to be fair, the Bills let us all down. I mean, putting up 10 points only, we got a taste of our own medicine. That's exactly what happened. We got a taste of our own medicine. We kept the Jacksonville Jaguars, to 10 points? How much we beat them? Can't remember. We beat them so bad, right? And we kept the Dolphins to 10 points. So we got a taste of our own medicine. Oh, but I wish you would have had that, bro. Say Breeze. You would have been breezing to a nice paycheck. God, that hurts, man. Richard Pierce, what's up, Rich? Rich says, yo, I'm officially on the Bass is a problem train. Let me tell you something, man. The fact that Brandon Beane brought in 2 kickers just to take a look or take a peek or we're always looking is problematic. My father-in-law today was asking me, hey, man, how much do these kickers get paid? Because that's all they do is just sit on the sideline and kick. I was like, well, I mean, they kick the field goals in clutch moments. I mean, Jason Tucker, that guy's a freaking Hall of Famer. That's their job, essentially. I was like, actually, he just got paid 2 years ago, right? He got paid in 22-23 season, and he got a $20 million deal over 4 years. So he's getting paid $5 million a year, give or take. He's like, what? I was like, and right now, he ain't earning it. Right now, he's not earning it. And the fact that you got to bring in kickers to kind of just see or light a fire under his ass to be accurate, problem. It is a problem. It absolutely is a problem. Zach Cope, I'm going to see if I can try to find your comment here. You probably forgot to write something. So I'll try to look for your comment and come back and check you out. I appreciate that super chat, my G. Scott Van Loo, what up, Scott? Scott comes in and says, hey, why aren't we utilizing Curtis Samuel more? He's a lethal weapon. I think Josh Allen should go back to his fundamentals. That 16-yard loss hurt us, and he's not throwing a ball away. Well, listen, I have my thoughts on Curtis Samuel, and right now they're not good. And that play earlier today kind of killed me. I hated that. I hated the play, but I hated that. And this is just my opinion, that he actually gave that ball up. You saw that the play was doomed from the start when the player broke through. We didn't seal off that play because that play was broken up because a block wasn't made. I think it was Deion Dawkins missed the block, or he just couldn't reach that block. So there goes that guy. And now you have the power in your hands to say, I see what's happening, because I bet you Josh Allen would have been like, you know what? Cool that you didn't do that. We live another play. But now you gave that up to him, broken play from the start. Bob's your uncle, turnover, and they score off the turnover. Done. Game over. That's where the game ended. The game ended right there on that very play. Momentum was on our side, and you could see it. You can feel the momentum on our side. You can feel it. You can see it. The defense wasn't playing as well on the Ravens side. The ball was being moved by the Bills, and we decided to do that play, and that's what sealed the game. That sealed it. Done. So Curtis Samuel, I have my words for Curtis Samuel. I'm going to save that for tomorrow or Tuesday. But I'm not happy with Curtis Samuel. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm not happy with his utilization. I'm not happy with what he's given us, with what he's had. I haven't really seen anything that's giving me that he's worth the $8 million that we give him. Like, we gave this guy $8 million for what? Tell me for what? We gave freaking MVS some money for what? I'm trying to figure out what are they earning? Absolutely nothing. So this is where Joe Brady has to come in. That's a Joe Brady issue. He's got to fix that. King Cam, what up, King Cam? I appreciate that super chat. Let's see what we got here. Yo, we lose this game today because of coaching, but our defense looked clueless. We didn't have the leadership out there at the linebacker position making shifts, and they run complete opposite side. Bro, the amount of times I saw shifting and guys making the wrong read, no gap integrity, just there was a lot of miscues today. And it wasn't that Baltimore was doing something so exotic. They didn't do anything exotic on offense. They just ran the ball down your throat. A draw play here, a smash play there, a toss on this side. Fam, they didn't really do anything that was like, whoa, I've never seen that before. We just got beat. We got owned. We got pushed around, and that's that. And I hope every last one of these guys on the plane back to Buffalo, or the Voyager bus they took, or the team bus, I don't know how long the drive is. What is it, an 8-hour drive? Bro, whatever it is, I think they probably flew. On that flight, y'all better figure that shit out, because we got the freaking tech that's coming up. Figure it out. Raymond Ramirez, what's up, Ray? Dependable Rico with the level-headed after L therapy commentary. Dependable. Listen, I try to be, man. I'm not trying to be over the top, but there's some things that obviously I think we all agree on that we can talk about. But I'm also not going to lose my mind and act like a damn fool. Can't do it. Won't do it. Right? Dependable Rico with the level-headed after L therapy commentary. It was a tough one, but I'm glad no serious season-ending injuries. Texas next, W, go Bills. I mean, we need that dub. We need that dub. And the Texans were watching today. That's for sure. They were watching. Kevin Lee. The Bills look extremely slow on defense. Cornerbacks and safeties didn't want to get their nose dirty. They absolutely did not, Kevin Lee. We did not want to get in. There was only one guy that wanted to get his name. Two guys that I can say really wanted to get their nose dirty today. Taylor Rapp, he paid for it, unfortunately, and Dorian Williams. Dorian Williams has no problems going head-to-head and smacking cats. Other than that, nobody really wanted to get rid of it. He's the one who actually caused that fumble on Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson goes up. Here comes Dorian Williams. Pop. Give me that ball. It's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. But the defense did look slow today. I'm going to tell you something, man. That first run by Derrick Henry, it really it solidified how slow our defense was. Nicholas Moreau, number 32, looked like he was gassed. Not in that play, but during the game. I mean, I can't expect the linebacker chasing down and catching, you know what I'm saying, Derrick Henry. But I do expect my safety to at least have some wheels enough to try to do some. Nobody throws a good angle, and we just got outrun by Derrick Henry. And these boys were just chugging. And it made me think back to when Damar Hamlin got his interception, how slow he was trying to get to the sideline. I was like, golly. Maybe he's gassed, so I didn't want to say nothing. But that brother was slow, and it was really apparent today. There's not a whole lot of speed out there, man. There really isn't. Rasul Douglas is not known for speed. Christian Benford is not known for speed. Listen, Cam Lewis, I mean, there's not a lot of guys that are known for speed on that defense. They're known to be in the right place, right time, which is great. But if you got to get on a foot chase, we saw it today. We absolutely saw it today. Now, granted, Derrick Henry ain't no slouch either. Derrick Henry's going to do business. That's just what it is. Travis Calloway, I appreciate that super chat. I'll see if I can catch your comments in there. I could read that for you. Josh Richardson, what up, JR? Yo, what up, Rico? Why do we have Knox? He's trash. Yo, how you going to call Knox trash, man? If his number's not called, it's not called. It's that simple. What you want me to do? You wanted to, put Knox over Curtis Samuel? Knox over Mac Hollins? You want to go two tight ends and just, nah, bro. There's going to come a time where Knox is his number is going to be called. But right now, the number one tight end on this team is Kincaid. And you're not going to take Kincaid off to put Knox in, right? Now, will there have moments where both of them on the squad? Absolutely. But as of right now, I mean, to call the man trash, I'm not going to call him trash. He's just not, his number's not being called right now. It just really isn't being called. Sorry, I want to give you a better answer, but that's just what it is, man. Zach Cope, what up, Zach? Zach says, yo, our riddled linebacker safety units has us iffy on defense last few games, and we capitalized off bad QB play. Today was a wake-up call, and we got absolutely bullied in the box. Yes, we absolutely did. And it was a good wake-up call. You need those wake-up calls. You mean it's not even a save your season type of conversation because it's absolutely not like that. But it's a wake-up call to understand, okay, we got some deficiencies. We have some boys that didn't want to look like they want to tackle, and film session is going to be something else because you'll be like, yo, DeMar, what were you doing? Hey, Dorian Williams, what were you doing? Right? Rasul Douglas, what was going on? Right? There's going to be guys that get questioned because there were some bad moments, but this is where you self-reflect. There's going to be guys that need to self-reflect and figure like, yo, this was not a good game. Chalk it up as an L, move on to next week. Let's chop it up. Let's get a good game plan going, and let's roll. Bobby Babich and Joe Brady, they have a big job to do. A big job to do. And Druzy, as bad as things were, the Bills had a chance till that trick play happened. Killed all the momentum for the rest of the game, not the time for it. You said exactly what we all been thinking. That game was going a direction that we really could have kind of shortened, made this game a different game, right? Instead of being at 28-10, you're at 21-10. Excuse me, 21-10. And now you can shorten the gap a little bit. But just we weren't able to do it. We fell apart. We absolutely fell apart. And it sucks because momentum was right on our side. Making defensive stops, getting the ball back, and we just lost it. We absolutely lost it. Walter says, yo, I don't know how you can watch that game and not think McDermott was a problem. I think we all can say that the team was a problem. I think we got outcoached. Outcoached means not just the coordinators, but everybody. But McDermott gave up the play calling to Bobby Babich. Joe Brady's the one calling offensive plays. So you saw the product on the field. At the end of the day, we were outcoached and we were outplayed. Outcoached, outplayed, out-hustled, and they were more physical than us. We just flat out got beat. Flat out got beat. So you can point fingers everywhere you want to. Everybody's going to take blame for that one. Ain't nobody going to get out of this and say, I'm the only one that should be unscathed without criticism. Nah. Everyone's getting it. Everyone's getting it. Kyle says, the offense was horrible. The defense was horrible. There's no chance you can beat this team in January. Yes, there is. The Ravens are a good squad, but we'll be healthier then. And let's keep it a buck here. If we're all going to keep it a buck, we're not all the way healthy. And it's not an excuse, it's a fact. And we've been saying it the last 3 weeks. We're not healthy, but despite us not being healthy, we've been able to put wins together. Great job, Bobby Babich. Great job, Joe Brady, right? We've been praising these offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators for putting a good scheme together that's got us in the right place, right time, right scheme. So the same way we can praise them when we don't have it, we can do it the same way as well, right? So that's the way I look at it. So at the end of the day, point blame where you want to. Once we're healthy, hit us back again, right? But you can't always fall on, well, we weren't healthy. It's true. Not everybody else is healthy, but they get the job done. And we just didn't get the job done today. That's really that simple. Shout out to Blanca. Blanca with a super chat comes in and says, Ravens took 2 losses to realize how to utilize Lamar and Henry together. They will be a good team. Bills will bounce back. Offensive line struggled. Listen, first game, hardly used Derrick Henry. Second game, hardly used him. Today, they were like, fourth game, excuse me. They were like, all right, we're going to make short work of you. We're going to realize that we got to rally around Derrick Henry and do what we need to do. And that's what they did. Last game, they did it. He had 151 yards rushing. And today, nearly 200. He had 199 yards rushing. So they're figuring themselves out because they had to take 2 losses to figure it out. They lost twice in a row. Yo, we got to make something happen. And right now they're back up to 200 football. They need that. In that NFC North, the AFC North, they need that. So you don't think the Bills are going to do that too? We've already taken down the Dolphins. We've taken down Jacksonville, right? So we took an L to a conference foe. Fine. But we'll find ways to get back and figure things out. That's the beauty of sports. Go back to the drawing board, fix whatever the issues are, and get back on track. It's that simple. That's the beauty of sports. You're down some, you're up some. You're down some, you might be down a couple weeks, and you're back up again. The Ravens right now are on a 2-game win streak. They feel good. The panic is now over. Can't say that for Jacksonville, though. Jacksonville's in a world of trouble. World of trouble. Yeah. DeMar, that interception was absolutely slow as hell. Slow as molasses. Slow as molasses. If you won't hold coaching accountable for a 25-point loss, I don't know what you do to hold them accountable for. How much more can we hold them accountable, Walter? What do you want? What do you want Bills fans? What do you want Bills fans to do, Walter? Fire him. Is that what you want? Get rid of that coach. He's a bum. See what he did? He did that. He did this. Bro, they're all accountable for this loss. Every last one of them. Nobody's absolved from looking good in this. Nobody looks good. But the coordinators are under McDermott. So he takes the blame for all of it. But when we really point out, okay, where do we struggle? Well, who's calling plays? Personnel. Right? Oh, we don't have the personnel. Okay, so we got to deal with what we got to deal with. I mean, shoot, man. Everybody's accounted for it. McDermott is included. But he's definitely not absolved. Absolutely not absolved. Folks, let me get another super chat in. Heinz Ketchup, what up, man? It seems like under McDermott, the Bills can't beat the better teams. He plays scared to lose. I like Sean, but it's time for a change, I think. I mean, I disagree with that. I disagree because if you look at the regular season, he's done quite well against the best team in football, and that's been the Kansas City Chiefs. And during the regular season, he handles business. On the other hand, when the playoff starts, that's a whole different ballgame. That's where you can hold his feet to the fire. Like, yo, same damn results every single time, and that's your defense. What's up? So I'm with you in that regard. We got to let this whole thing play out, though. Let it play out. I was on record by saying if we don't get it done this playoffs and we lose to the Kansas City Chiefs again, if we even get there, we got to start looking at, okay, McDermott, what's going on? And I like McDermott. I'm a big McDermott fan. But something's got to give if you keep losing the same fashion, same team, and nothing's changed. Something's got to give. But right now, we have started behind the 8 ball with losing players. We did not expect to lose Matt Milano because this defense is vastly different when you have Matt Milano, vastly different when you have Terrell Bernard. Those two are stars. Oh, by the way, Taron Johnson. It look great if you have Taron Johnson because you can do more with that defense. You're limited what you can do when guys are not as athletic or don't know the defense as well. So now you're like, what do you know? What can you do? Balen Spector, okay, you don't have the athletic ability like these guys, but okay, let me see if I can put you in best position to succeed. This is the challenge of a defensive coordinator. If you don't have the personnel, the skill set, you got to change things a little bit. You got to. And this is the predicament that we're in. Can't cry about it. It's just what it is. You just got to deal with it. Am I sick that we lost this game? Hell yeah, I'm sick that we lost this game. But I'm also looking at it that it's early and we got beat by a team that we potentially could play later on. And this will be a lesson. We can see this team. We know that we are going to face some physical teams going forward. Gut check, reality check. I got to check myself. And that's exactly what it's going to take. We got the Texans next. And then we have the Jets following that. And you know, Breece Hall is a physical runner. They're going to want to run the football all up on us. Now, I don't know what the hell happened to the Jets today, but they lost to what? The Denver Broncos? Is that who they lost to? It's all about being physical. It's all about being physical. So at this point, we were out physical today, if that's even a term. We were out physical today. And we got to be better. And that I think that's going to happen. With a coach like McDermott, He ain't gonna let that happen twice. Where you come in and you come out flat both times. Ain't no way. And there's gonna be a lot more emotion with this Bills v Texans game coming up. Bills fan, what's going on? It says, Rico, in your opinion, how much did Diggs next week play into this? Did we overlook Baltimore? Absolutely not. We do not look over a team like Baltimore. Absolutely not. No way in hell. You got a 2-time MVP in Lamar Jackson, athletic Lamar Jackson, dynamic quarterback in Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers on that squad, Derrick Henry. You do not look over a team like this. We definitely did not overlook Baltimore. Promise you that. I promise. And I'm not even on the team. I can just tell you, they did not overlook that team. That'd be wild for a team to look over the Baltimore Ravens and see what's going on with the Texans. Ain't no way. And if that's the case, I'll shame. Bada Bing Crosby, what's up, man? It's all the same issues that we've had under many coordinators, though. It's McDermott always. Gash runs and screens. No guts on fourth down, play scared. The one thing I will say is we cannot say McDermott's plays scared when the last couple of years he's been the type of coach that says go for it. Play scared is conservative. Has he had conservative moments in the past? Yes. He is not conservative now. He's the type they were praising him the first few weeks of how aggressive he's been with go for it on fourth down, right? The type of defense, right? Who were we playing? The Cardinals? I believe it was the Cardinals where Kyler Murray is a very effective player. We have Marvin Harrison Jr. on the other side. Because of the pressure on Kyler Murray and the aggressiveness of this defense, Kyler Murray had to roll out and miss a wide open Marvin Harrison. Why? Because he wasn't settled. So, like, to say that McDermott is not really gashed for runs and so on and so forth, but look at our personnel. We don't have a full complement of healthy players. Now, if we had that, then I could say hold feet to the fire. But right now, we're just trying to get by until we can start to get piece by piece back on the field. Taron Johnson, who knows when he'll be back, maybe a couple weeks. Terrell Bernard, he was practicing last week. There was a chance maybe you could play, but they held him out, so maybe he's back for the Texans game. But to say that I know we're playing scared and McDermott ain't playing scared, bro. He ain't playing scared. That's a damn good coach. Just got play. Hey, they got outplayed today. They got outplayed. That's exactly what it comes down to. This play calling is really working. Let's run a wildcat, bro. That play killed me, bro. I think we all know that. At this point. So, listen. At the end of the day, this is one of those games where you want to chalk it up and say, "Yo, it's a wrap. We got beat. All right, we're looking to the next game. That's it. Like, there's not much you can do. You know they're gonna kind of have that day off on Monday, and then Tuesday back in it, and then you're gonna look at the film, and then you're on to the next week. So fix whatever the issues are, right? Know where you made your mistakes. The film is gonna say a lot. A lot of it today was really fundamental football, and that sounds so cliche, but it is. It's fundamental football. We didn't tackle well. We had moments where we were bottling up Derrick Henry, but he wore us down. Derrick Henry wore us down. So 24 carries, 200 yards, 8 yards a pop. He wore us down. And as they should. But had we capitalized on what we were supposed to do, things would have been different. Things would have been very different. But here we are. So, like my guy Rob said, take the L, move on, win the division. It's really that simple. The L is the L. But remember, these instant reaction post-game shows are done for a reason, right? Kind of get that stuff out the way. You mean therapy, talk about it. Because it makes me, I'll speak for myself. It makes me feel much better when kind of talking about these games. And then shake it off. You know what I mean? Talk about it again tomorrow. Talk about it again the next day. See if, if we're unscathed, how long will Taylor Rapp be out? And that's another thing. Another starter out. There's another element of physicality that goes out. Now what do we do? Here comes Mike Edwards. Mike Edwards is going to be playing. So you're going to have Mike Edwards, Cole Bishop, and DeMar Hamlin. It's going to be tough. And today, it was a lot of Cole Bishop and DeMar Hamlin. Not the combination I expected on my bingo card, but here we are. Here we are. So, that being said, the Bills are now 3-1. 3-1 Bills. The Baltimore Ravens squeak a win. They actually got they earned that win. They beat the heck out of us. They're 2-2, and there are some teams in the NFL that look great today. And luckily for us, we're on the positive side of the wins, and we go from there. The only thing I can't say is I can't say that for my fantasy team because my fantasy team absolutely blows right now. But what are you going to do? Signified nose. Oh, my man, let me get my guy Signified nose in here. I was humbled by the Ravens and the city of Baltimore afterwards this game. You damn right it was. You damn right. Here's the thing, folks. Before I get out of here. Hold on, I got a comment here. Exactly, Rico. The Bills got humbled today. It happens now. Go fix that shit so you don't get humbled the same way again. Well, luckily, in McDermott's career with the Bills, not many times has he been humbled twice in a row. He's always been able to be, put in a position where he's like, okay, I got punched in my mouth. I learned from a mistake. I'm not gonna let that happen again. And here we go. We jump back into it. We get a win, and a big win against the Texans will be massive. Very good, a very big win. But we'll see. We got to get there first. We gotta see what's going on. We got to see who's hurt. We got to see who's available, and we go from there. But golly, folks, the only undefeated team in the AFC, Kansas City Chiefs, and we got the Buffalo Bills at 3-1, Pittsburgh Steelers 3-1, Houston Texans 3-1. And guess what? Every last one of these teams that are 3-1 and 4-0 had moments where it was shaky and came down. Like this Chiefs game came down to the Chargers not converting in the red zone on 4th down. They went for the win. They didn't get it. Big defensive stop. So guess what? Chiefs go ahead and handle business. They win 17-10. On the other side, folks, the NFC, the Minnesota freaking Vikings are 4-0. Kudos to the Minnesota Vikings. Give it to them, man. Sam Darnold is killing it. Sam Darnold is absolutely killing it. Give him props, man, because he's really doing it. And you guess who else is doing it? The Bills and the Buffalo Fanatics are doing it yet again. And we partnered up with Autograph. Folks, go ahead and download the app, The Autograph, where everything Bills related is right there, from your articles to your podcast to your vidcast. The one I'm doing right now. One-stop shop for everything Bills related. Oh, by the way, use the code Buffalo Fanatics when you earn your fan points. Your fan points allows you to get some merch, get some ticket prices. These ticket prices are quite pricey, so have yourself an opportunity to jump in there and earn yourself some tickets. Why not? Easy peasy. All you got to do is interact with the app, download it, use the code Buffalo Fanatics, tell them your boy sent you, and you're good to go. So that, folks, is in the end of our show. I hate these losses. Can't stand them. I hate it, but we got to talk about it. There are a multitude of reasons that we took an L today, but I'll tell you right now, it wasn't because we didn't try. We just got beat. We tried. We tried to punch him back in the mouth, we just didn't have enough. Josh Allen is great, but we need our receivers to step up. We do. We need our receivers to step up. We need our RBs to step up. The whole crew needs to step up. And Joe Brady, toss that stupid play in the toilet. Flush it. I don't want to ever see that crap again. The only time I want to see that is we're up 40. And if you want to rub it in somebody's face, put Mitch Trubisky on there and try that crap. Not in that moment. But here I am saying not in that moment. If we break it down in all 22, watch it come out. If this happened, if Deion Dawkins held this block, this play would have been huge, because if you see MVS was all the way down the field, I don't know. We'll see when the all 22 comes out. But as of right now, we hated that play, bro. That's what it is. So, folks, that's it for me. If you guys enjoyed this show, if you guys enjoyed this therapy session, smash that like. If you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because guess what? The Bills will be back up again, and we'll be back to dancing on screen. But as of right now, it is what it is. Folks, if you guys haven't had a chance to wish Bot and his wife Caroline, some happy wishes. They're going on a trip to on their honeymoon. So show him some love. He's gonna appreciate that, because right now he's sick to his stomach, and he's gonna want a little bit of comfort. A little comfort. So, he's going to get some comfort anyway where he's going. But for the most part, send some love to my guy. Send some love to my guy. But anyway, that is my time, folks. We appreciate you. Yeah. And we'll probably see you tomorrow. And if you guys have not downloaded the app to the Bleacher Report app, I'm going to be going live tomorrow on Bleacher Report. It's Rico_BF. Join me. I'll be talking about this game. There's going to be a lot more information that comes out, and we'll be able to talk about it some more. But boy, am I pissed? Yes. But do I understand that my team is solid? Absolutely. And I love each and every one of you guys in the chat. I want to interact with every one of you guys, but I can't. I'd love to. But if you guys want to shoot me a message on Twitter, want to shoot me a message on Facebook, wherever you guys can find me, hit me up. You know my answer, and we'll go from there. So until next time, it's the Buffalo Fanatics. It's the Rico Report. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side. It's your boy. And I'm gone. You guys have yourself a great night. And we'll see you guys tomorrow and the next day. And we'll talk about it. We'll see you. Have a good night. Let's go.
I'm a Buffalo fanatic. Play good, be humble. Number 17, the captain. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. Hey, I'm a Buffalo fanatic. Yeah. Buffalo Fanatics. It's Don Brown. Yeah. I'm a fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. Play good, be humble. Number 17, the captain. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. I'm a Buffalo fanatic. Hey, I'm a Buffalo fanatic. Just like Rico, going live, talking to my people. Cause the team's driven like West Hurt. Other teams can't, it's a repo. The opponents gotta call up Triple O. Bills Mafia, we heating up, we too electrical. We got Bean the plug, electric show. We wired up, hit up Rico, he fired up. We know where we stand on the power ranking. Other teams fans in the comments hating. We block them all, we protecting Josh. Salute to him, he the general now. Rico got legends for interviews. How the Buffalo Bills got the best fan base. Away games, red, white, blue.